So I'm not in like the last two shots of this video, which is kind of weird. Brooklyn's back there taking pictures of the Camry just to throw up on Instagram. I have some pictures for you guys, some content. I haven't been very good about getting content out to you guys lately. Welcome back to your favorite small automotive YouTube channel, Evo Auto. I'm Nate, and today I'm going to be talking about my 1995 Toyota Camry LE that I just bought. A car that I'm super excited for because it's known to be one of the most reliable vehicles in the entire world, even up to the present date here in 2020. A 90s Camry simply lasts forever, and we're not going to be here to talk about this car's reliability, but some of the issues or most of the things that are broken on my 95 Toyota Camry. So without further ado, if you like what you see today, smash that like button, consider subscribing to the channel and becoming a permanent family member of enhancing your vehicle ownership. And here are everything that is broken on my 95 Toyota Camry. There is one major problem that I can think of that all 90s Toyota Camrys have on them, or most Toyota cars in general, and that is their shocks and struts. For some reason, I don't know if it was the rubbers that were used, the seals, or the gas inside of the shocks and struts, but if you buy an old 90s Toyota, you are going to have to replace the shocks and struts no matter how many miles are on your car. So when I bought this, my Camry had 109,000 miles on it. I got an awesome deal. It is on a rebuilt title. We'll talk about that later in today's video. Go see my previous video when I introduced this car. But one thing I could tell right away from the test drive and from seeing the car in person is that yes, these shocks and struts have not been replaced, which means they are shot, they're garbage, they're crap, and they need replacing. And that's actually the only part on this car that is expensive. And I honestly think it's because that's the only part that really ever goes bad on these cars. So I'll just show you guys an example here of what I'm talking about. Yeah, so that's pretty bad. With just one hand, I can lightly put pressure on the car and make it bounce around like a hipster. So those need to be replaced right away, because when I'm going down the highway or the freeway at 70 and 80 miles an hour, whenever you hit those bridges or a dip in the road or a bump, well, my back tires actually hit on the tire well. So those need replaced right away. They're $230 to $250 roughly. I'll probably do all the labor myself, so that's in parts. And hopefully I get that done soon. Check it out, there's going to be a video coming to the channel, so subscribe if you're not a member already. That is the first thing and most major thing that is wrong with this car. So the number two and second most major thing that is wrong with this car has to do with my air conditioning system. You guys know that I drive a lot. Since I've owned this car, I've put almost 4,000 miles on it, and it's hot out here. It's Idaho. It's a beautiful night. Everything's very gorgeous out here in Idaho. It's a great state to live in for outdoor activities and things like that, but it is very hot. So this entire last week at work, it's been in the upper 90s, and after being outside all day, it's nice to get in a car and drive home with air conditioning. I would not have bought this car if it didn't have air conditioning that worked. It worked when I bought it, but unfortunately, because it did have lower miles and I don't think it got driven very much, my AC compressor clutch has frozen and rendered the air conditioning system useless. That happened over 2.5 weeks ago, and I just have not had time to get into the car and to replace it. Now, I did do some research. It's cheaper for me to get an entire air conditioning compressor than it is to get the AC clutch. An example of parts pricing with this as well. At O'Reilly's, a new air conditioning compressor clutch costs $109 for this car, and a new compressor with the clutch at O'Reilly's costs $259 for this car. I did some shopping around, and on eBay I bought a brand new AC compressor with the clutch for $95, which unfortunately won't be here for about another 5 days because I just ordered it, but I'm going to be putting that into the car very soon so that I can have working air conditioning once again. I have to get into my engine bay for the next thing that's wrong, so I'll just show you guys quickly the air conditioner compressor and clutch. The clutch is here on the side. There's not enough room for me to get in there and to replace just the clutch easily. I have to take the compressor out anyways, so I'm just going to put a new one in. I remove these lines and then it's 4 bolts, but it is actually quite a process because to get it done right, I have to rent vacuum tools, vacuum out the freon that is in the lines, replace the clutch, and then do another vacuum system to replace everything. So I was just stopped by campus security because I have the hood up on the Camry, and he just stops and says, "You're good?" I said, "Yep, we're good, just filming a video." Wow, my voice cracked, that's embarrassing. And he said, "Okay, cool," and drives off. But it is a very beautiful night, super gorgeous here in Idaho. And I don't know if I explained that well, but the AC compressor clutch is going to be quite a process to get replaced properly. And with that said, let's move on to the third thing that is broken on this car. Alright, so the reason that I opened up my hood was to show you guys the third thing that is broken on my Camry. So when I put this car into drive or into park and I have it stopped and I'm just idling, the engine will shake violently. The car rattles like it's gonna fall apart. And of course that rattling smooths out and stops as you rev it up and start moving, start driving. Or if you put it into neutral, it smooths out significantly, but it still does vibrate a little bit. And I believe that is because my engine mounts are completely shot. So this is the upper engine mount. I actually just replaced it. Stay tuned for my video next week of replacing this upper engine mount. Subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss that. It's a super easy fix, and it made a world of difference, but unfortunately it did not completely fix my problem. Again, this flaw has to deal with the rubbers used in these old 90s cars. They just simply were not that good, so that's something that you'll probably be replacing on your 90s Camry as well. And then we have the lower engine mount down here. I don't know if you can see it very well, but this bolt is the top of the engine mount. I think that that's shot. I don't know how to replace it, but I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna get a new one for that and replace it. So that engine mount is $7. This engine mount is $30. Hopefully that fixes my problem. If not, we might have a transmission mount issue. But those are the only 3 mounts on the engine. So that should fix this thing that's wrong with my Camry. Super easy, super cheap. Partly why I love these cars is because everything is so easy to replace and so inexpensive to purchase. Now the fourth thing that is wrong with my Camry is more of an annoyance, really. It has to deal with the driver's side door here. Now everybody loves to lock their cars at a parking lot to keep their valuables safe inside. Now this door lock actuator is messed up. So I can lock the car on the inside here, and you'll notice that the switch on the driver's side does not move, so I have to manually lock that. And then I can go into Walmart or about my business. Now locking the door really is not a problem, but when I come back to the car and I try to unlock this door, I can't do it. I cannot unlock this door. I can lock this door from here. That'll lock the car. But whatever I do, I cannot get this door to unlock. So like an idiot, I first have to walk around my car to the passenger side because this car does not come with a clicker. I get here, click my key once over to the left, doors are unlocked. I can then walk back around to my driver's side door to get in to the car. Now, I play this version of Russian roulette every time I come out of a store or out of my apartment or anywhere to get into this car. I've had it for like a month and a half. I've driven it for like 4,000 miles, and I still cannot remember that I first must go to my passenger side door to unlock my car. Yeah. So I have a new one. It got here in the mail today. I'm going to be fixing that. And along with that, the fifth thing that's wrong is this driver's side door trim around the lock. It's broken, so we're going to be replacing that just to make this car a little bit more beautiful. Now the sixth thing that is wrong with my 95 Camry totally baffles me. I'm not a fan of the audio in this car, so I do think having a subwoofer is probably something that's broken and needs fixed. Hopefully we'll be fixing that soon. This has to deal with audio, but it doesn't have to deal with anything being broken on the audio system. everything in this car is factory stock. It works good, it sounds good if you're into flat 90s music. But here in the rear, somebody has cut a hole in the speaker grill. There she is. Somebody has cut a weird oblong shaped, odd looking hole in my rear speaker grill. I completely do not understand this because the speaker underneath is the factory speaker that came with the car. I don't know if they thought this would open up the back end for more sound or something, and why they didn't complete the task here on the right side, but yes, the passenger side speaker grill is cut wide open. Maybe it was for storage or something. I really have no clue, or who in their right mind would cut a giant hole in their speaker grill that serves no purpose and no reason to fix it. Now, this is just a minor annoyance. It's a huge eyesore for me. It stands out in my rearview mirror, and I thought it would be easy, you know, just a $5 part online. It's a 90s Camry. I'll pop it out, pop a new one back in, call it good. Well, I can't find one. I cannot find a speaker grill for this specific car anywhere, and so I will unfortunately probably be perusing junkyards here in the very near future to find a new tan rear, even if I could find black ones for this car. And then the sixth thing that is wrong with my 95 Camry is this little rear end accident that may have happened with the previous owner. It may have happened years ago. I don't really know. I don't know if I'll fix it. I'm for sure going to be cleaning up the rust. I'm going to be buffing this out and sealing it. I do want to fix it. The car's got low miles, and this is really the only major eyesore on the car. The paint's in actually really good shape. Toyota cars are not known for their paint. Only on the hood do I have a little bit starting to flake off. But other than that, this dent is the only cosmetic eyesore on the car. It really kind of bugs me, but again, I don't know if I'll fix it. I haven't decided that yet. This is just my commuter, my run around, get around vehicle, and I work construction, so I don't know if it makes a lot of sense for me to fix it right now. But this may or may not be getting fixed soon on the channel, but I will be for sure showing you guys how to get rust off of a major ding like this, or off of an old car, off of door panel. So stay tuned for that, subscribe to the channel. And that's my sixth and my final thing that's wrong with my 95 Toyota Camry. So I do just want to quickly say what a beautiful and gorgeous night here in Rexburg to be filming this video. Absolutely wonderful, beautiful summer nights. I hope you guys have been able to get out and to do something fun with your summer, that you've been able to make 2020 great after all. If you have, if you like this video, if it helped you out, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. Consider subscribing to my channel for more videos like this. Share it with your friends who may have these cars, if they're thinking about purchasing one of these cars, or if they just have a little bit of extra time on their hand and they really, really enjoy automotive ownership like I do. That really helps me out as a channel. It helps me grow. And you know, it just helps me build one of my favorite communities, which is the automotive community. You know, everyone has cars, we all own them, they get us around, and we take them for granted sometimes, but they really can be an awful lot of fun, and they also can be a lot cheaper than we tend to make them out. If you do enjoy these videos, like I said, consider subscribing to the channel, but also follow me on Instagram. That's EYVO_auto. And on there I post sneak peeks of upcoming videos and just anything that's going on in my life regarding automotive ownership. So if you guys do enjoy this content, consider following me on there as well. This video was a lot of fun to make. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And you know, not my typical ending. I'm usually in the ending shot, but just get a couple of cool shots of my car and the sunset out here. But like I said, I hope you guys are doing great. Get out there, enjoy your automotive ownership. Until next time.